Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I'm making some Valentine cracker gifts for the grandkids. I got this new set, Hello Ladybug, with the matching punch, and I thought it would just be perfect, not too Valentine-y. After all, I am the granny, not their girlfriend. So I just wanted to give them a few wee treats and decorate it up, and it was a good excuse to get to play with this. So I've used retired papers for all of these. The boys will all get the red and yellow ones, and the girl will get this one. So that's what I'm going with, and they're really quick and easy to make. You do need your school board if you have one, or not school board, sorry, the envelope punch board if you have one. If you haven't, use like a 1 inch, a half-inch maybe, half-inch circle, and you can pop your shapes out if you haven't got that. I have used this. It's entirely up to you what you want to go with, but I was down to get using this, the punch and the stamp set. So I'll just show you as we go along. It is really cute. So what you're going to need to start, where I'll put you, you need your piece of chosen paper, and go with the same piece again to keep them all the same, all the boys. It is an old Celebration one. But I like this side of it, so that's what I'm going with. And you need it to measure 5.5 inches by 6 inches, and you need to do a bit of scoring. So I'm going with my mini scoreboard here, and we're going to start with the long side, which is 6 inches, and you're just going to score it at 1 inch, 1.25, and 1.5, and just spin it round and do the same at the other side. 1 inch, 1.25, 1.5. Go to your short side now, and you want to score it at 1.25. So this is where you choose the depth of your, or the thickness of your cracker. If you want it wider, now's the time to adjust those measurements. I'm going with 1.25. Should really go with 1.5, but I hadn't enough paper to get 4 out of it, so I had to go 1.25. So sorry, go 1.25, 2.5, 3.75, and 5, and that is your scoring done. So just go in and do all your wee folds. So for that one that has the three fold, or 3 score lines, 1, 2, 3, go up to that one and score it over it, making sure everything's nicely balanced for you. Then the middle one, push it down, and again making sure you're not going off, and then go back up for that last wee one, and that should give you all your papers together there as close as possible. So that's those, and that gives you that wee dip for your punching. So go to the same the other side, go into the last score, go back in that wee 1/4 inch, and then the last wee 1/4 inch, go back up that way, and that should keep you right. And then this way we have the 1/2 inch at the end for sealing it all up. Then you're going up to your next score. Just make sure that you're lining up well here. Up again. Once you turn that over, you'll see it better. Score it, and you don't need to use a bumful. You can just score it with your hand. Just depends on yourself. So before we do anything, I'm going to join the seams together. So I'm just using this glue tomboy. Fold that over, making sure everything's nice and kosher. If you do all your things, that should straighten it out for you. If there's any overspill, that should be it. And now it's time for your wee punch board. So you've got your 1, 2, 3 lines there in the center, which is impossible to see, but you can see that's the middle one, that's another one, and that's another one. So we're going for the middle one of each of those, and that should line you up at 1.25 inches when you're doing this side, So just use that if you can't see your scores, just to keep it out. Punch it through and go round to this one, and that should bring you to 4 3/4. And that gives you your two lovely wee things. So now you just flip it up to the next one, go into 1 1/4 and 4 3/4. Oops. And if you just keep following that measurement, you should be fine without having to worry about being able to see that, because depending on your paper, it can be pretty hard to see it. So again, 1 1/4, 4 3/4, sorry for the bouncy table. One more to go. 1 1/4, 4 3/4. Oh, it's tough. All my muscles are being used today. So be sure and empty out all your crap from in there before you put that away, or you'll forget and you'll be in trouble and miss one of your punches. So there we have it. That is ready to go. And if you press it down, you get that wee shape. So I'm going to tie my ribbon now, making sure the seam is to the back. And the ribbon I've gone with is crushed curry. It's and also an old one. I bought a load of them because I liked the colour whenever it went to the clearance rack. So be sure and check out the clearance rack. It's definitely worth your while. I got about 4 spools of those, and I still have another 1 left now. So it saves you in the long run. If you've got the matching card, why not have the matching ribbon? So now we've got that done, we're going to fill it with our wee treats, and I have bought one of these rainbow chocolate hearts, again not to keep it too girly, you know, and I have a pile of sweets left from the box, and if I keep this box I will eat them, so I don't want to eat them. I'm giving them to the grandkids. So your heart is pretty big. As I say, it would have needed 1.5 inches, but I hadn't the paper for it, so I'm going to pop it in first so that it settles well and doesn't disturb the rest of them going in. So that one should push down better. And then this one is going to go in hopefully too. So it's only 3 sweets, but I am giving them a couple of wee, wee toys, like these wee things, just wee gifts out of the pound shop. There's nothing expensive. It's just a wee bit of fun for this time of the year. So go back in and tie up the other end. Again, I'm not putting bows. A few of wee girly ones tie bows, but I'm just going for a knot because they're all boys. Trim it off, and then we're going to decorate the front. So you can sit there. So for your front you need a piece of black card. Whoops. Just scraps. Keep your scraps because you can feed it into the one side for the ladybird body. And just make sure that it's all getting covered in black before you punch. And you need a piece of the matching, and I'm going with the crushed curry because it matches my ribbon. Just put it in where the wings are, push it out, and then we're going to stamp on top of that, which is the easiest way I found. So I have my stamp here, and I've always scrapped just to make sure I get any residue of it. And I'm using Versafine because it gives it a good black finish, even better than the Memento. So you want to follow the shape of the wings with your dots and use that wee central thing to line up in that wee dot there. So just try and get it all in the center and use that wee mark to keep you right. And there you have the wee wings. So cute. I think really cute. So if you have any of these leftover edges on your dimensionals, use those. It has a wee point there which fits here perfectly, and stick it onto the body. Line that neck up with the round of that, At this stage I have added 2 wee dots. When you look up a real ladybird, it has 2 wee grey marks on the top of its head. Grey you will not see, but these you will. So it gives it a wee bit of character, I think. And now you just want to stick it onto your box. I'm just using one of the large dimensionals and 3D squares, whatever you want to call them, and sticking it here. You can put it at a wee tilt or just straight. And there we have all our wee ladybird boxes ready to go. This was the ombre papers that was out during one of the celebrations a couple of years ago, maybe last year. So it's lovely too. It has pink on the inside, which lets me do it a wee bit girly. So what do you think? I think it is the cutest wee set ever. And I'll do a video one day showing you all the different ways you can use this ladybird punch. There's so many brilliant ideas out there, and I'll try and put them all in one wee video for you. So that's it. I'll have a wee link to my website, not my website, to my blog showing you the measurements. I'll have them written down for you. So be sure and pop over and visit it. I no longer have a shop front, so if you do want to shop with me, you just have to type in shop with Pinky O'Hagan, choose me as your demonstrator, and shop away. So hopefully you'll have a wee go at that. If you haven't got the ladybird, do whatever, put hearts or whatever you have on it. So I'll catch you all again later. Thanks for watching. Bye.